Okay, I want to welcome you all to my next speed build. This one's gonna be a red panda habitat, and this one's a bit different. So usually I go for natural habitats, but for this I actually had a friend of mine. They showed me a picture of a house they drew for an art project, and so then they told me, well, they asked me if I could actually build this in Planet Zoo. So I gave it a thought and thought to myself, okay, well, why won't I try this? So what I want to do now is build a house. In light of the current situation, obviously you have all those memes with animals retaking the city, so I kind of went with that idea here as well. So it's going to be this new modern house, and I'll show you a picture later of the picture my friend showed me. I guess if it's alright. I think it is. Okay, so yeah, I went with this idea that there's this nice house with a little garden and a playground I'll add later. And then the animals came and took it over, I guess, after all the humans got wiped out, or I don't know. So that's what I went here. I did try a little bit of this topic in another zoo of mine. For example, I had a panda habitat, like great panda habitat, with pagodas and temples where they would enter, or I saw a lot of people building monkey habitats or tiger habitats that are actually buildings. There's also this one awesome zoo, I don't know the name right now, but I saw it once in a workshop, where you have like a post-apocalyptic city where gorillas are taking over skyscrapers and everything. That's a really cool zoo. So yeah, mine is obviously not as good, but kind of the same idea. Okay, so yeah, you'll see me here try out a bit a bit different. This time, usually I just build everything on a 4-meter grid. For this build, to make it look like the template, actually, I had to lower the grid size to 1 meter, so I can actually get some more differences in between the sizes. And also, you have those single walls that I would leave there. They kind of look better if it's not all on a 4-meter grid. And also with the overhang of the roof, that works well with this grid as well. So yeah, you see me try out quite a bit of different things. I went I didn't know what to do with the different floors because the picture is in black and white, so I didn't really know what colors to use. So I changed it up quite a bit later on. For now, I'm just trying out different things, trying out the basic layout if it would even work. And so yeah, I'm gonna leave you to it for now, and I'll blend in a picture of the template I was using. Okay, so here the basic layout is done so far. Now I'm just doing decorations outside, and then you'll see me realize that wood just looks bad, all wood, so I'm changing that up later. But what I wanted to add is that this video is a 2-part video. Well, this build is a 2-part video, as it actually took me 3 hours for this small habitat, just because I build on the fly usually. Like for this I had a template for the layout, basic layout, but for decoration stuffs, and I also built some custom beds, custom couches. It just takes way longer if you do a lot of detailing in that sense. So yeah, this is gonna be a 2-part video. In this first part, I'm gonna finish the basic layout of the house, also the different piece types, and I'll finish the climbing frame for the red pandas. So in the next video, you'll see me then doing the detailing, finishing it up, getting some foliage in, and just making this habitat. Finishing this habitat with feeders and everything. Okay, so yeah, here I'm going with the glasses. I had a bit of struggles with overlapping here, but I don't know, I guess it turned out good enough. And okay, so what I'm gonna tell you today, as we have red pandas, I think I'll go with red panda facts in the next video. And this time I just want to tell you a little story about red pandas. So I guess, as you all know, or as most of you know, red pandas are very good climbers, but they're actually pretty damn crazy climbers. So what I mean by that is, in our zoo we have red pandas, and their habitat is basically two big trees in the middle of a small island, and they just live mainly on that tree. So I knew they were climbers, but like one time when I came there, they were in the top branches. Like the branch was like, I don't know, a diameter of 2 centimeters or no, not even, like, yeah, 1.5 or 2 centimeters diameter. And they would just walk around there, waltz around there like they own the place. I don't know, I can't, I know they're not that heavy. They look pretty chubby, but it's actually just fluff that they have. But still, like, how don't they break those branches? I'm fascinated. I sadly didn't find a picture of that very moment where they are in the very top branches, but I'm gonna show you a picture of the red pandas in our zoo, and then you'll see that if you see, like, they're in the middle of the tree, but I've seen them around the top part of the tree as well. So I guess you can imagine how weird it would look if you come there and it's just because they're bigger than the branches by far. So yeah, I'm gonna blend that in for you now. And as you can see, they're in the middle of the tree now. And then if you go like 3 or 4 meters up, they still sometimes go there. So yeah, I just love red pandas. It's just so awesome, so cute and fluffy. And they're like you have all these videos of them where they just stand up on their hind legs because they're scared or something. I don't know. It's just cute, fluffy little animals. I love them to bits and pieces. Okay, so yeah, here I found out that wood just looks bad. And I changed it up with plaster, again, because I wanted to go with that clean look I have going in my whole zoo so far. And it turned out way better in the end. Also, when I put in lighting later on in my second video, it just makes it pop a bit more if you have those different types of textures and building materials. And yeah, I got rid of some of those supporting walls. And yeah, I guess it looked closely to what I imagined at first. Yeah, you can, if you think back about the picture I showed you before, it works out. Okay, so yeah, here I wanted to get them not only to the first 2 levels, but I also wanted the pandas to be able to get to the top floor. So I actually moved the roof, and I had a lot of problems with that one because somehow the wood you see in the front of the habitat, the wood walls, and the glass ceiling just didn't line up at all. You see that in a sec. I don't know why it doesn't work, because they should all be the same height. I guess it's just a bug or something. Sometimes I don't understand this game. Like here you can see there's a small crevice in between the glass and the wood, but not between the next 2 glass pieces, even though the glass and the wood are on the same height. And so I had to change that around a bit. And also in the end it didn't really line up perfectly, at least the wood. But I think it's closed off now, so cold shouldn't be able to get in. Of course, in theory, again, I'm going with this realistic vibe, so that it would actually be possible in real life. So yeah, you'll see here, can you see it? Yeah, like there's a small discrepancy, is that the word? I don't know if that's a word, in between the height levels. Okay, so now again, as always, after I finished my basic layout, I'm gonna put in the animals, after I finish the barrier, and then I'll go from there with terrain and foliage and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I don't know if I skip the next part where I wait for my keepers to bring the animals in, because it takes a long time, but I guess we'll see in a second. Okay, so we're gonna wait for them. Okay, so yeah, at that point I spent 15 minutes in the Zoopeda because I didn't know what to get, so I spared you that and just showed you how I went with the red pandas in the end. Okay, so obviously I don't know if they could jump it, I don't know if they could, so I built them some climbing frames to get onto and into the house. And in the end, they can actually get everywhere in this whole habitat, even on those small, in the small space between the edge of the middle roof and the wooden wall they can get. So that's pretty good. That's why I wanted to go with small animals. Like I could have put in orang-utans or gorillas, but I want to do something different for them, I think. Also, I don't know if a gorilla would like to live in a house, because he's so big in general. But for red pandas, I don't know. I guess it fits better. So here I went with some interesting shapes and sizes of my climbing frames. And yeah, I think that's also one of the last parts of this video. Just finishing the climbing areas. Something else I want to say. Well, obviously, thanks for everyone watching this. I really appreciate it. And I think I'll actually leave you to it then for the last, how much is it? 2 minutes? 1 minute? And I hope I'll see you again on my next video. It's gonna come out straight tomorrow, I think. I have it recorded, I just have to edit it. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!